Welcome to Energize and Revitalize with Dr. Amy. I'm Dr. Amy Coopersmith, a doctorate-prepared nurse practitioner, and this show is about empowering you to live a radiant, healthy, and balanced life. I have a special guest today. In fact, we had so much to talk about, we're going to make 2 episodes. I first met this guest in person during the COVID pandemic, but I feel like we met much before that. When I was a teenager, I had my heart broken for the first time. There was a song released by an upcoming teenage artist that resonated heartbreak. I listened to that song over and over. I really felt like she understood me. I got her album and I watched her career soar. Even back then, she was so down to earth. She performed in shopping malls and advocated fashion choices that every girl could afford. I especially appreciated that coming from a single-parent household. Teenage girls are especially sensitive to fitting in and keeping up with fashion. Looking back, some of those fashion choices were unique, but they were so much fun. The 80s really were a great time to be a kid. MTV was developed, and we all got to watch our favorite performers. Many years would pass before I got to see my guest perform in person. We were able to meet and collaborate on some wellness ventures, but more about that later. I recently saw that she was coming back to town to perform, and I knew she would be the perfect guest for this show. I'm talking about the pop icon, Tiffany. She recently joined me at Amethyst Wellness for an intimate discussion about her career and wellness journey. You know her for her chart-topping hits, but her story goes so much deeper. Tiffany has spent decades evolving as an artist, exploring new sounds, performing around the world, and connecting with fans in really meaningful ways. And what I really love about Tiffany is that she's authentic. She shares her love of music with the world. She's also about wellness, creativity, and reinvention. Over the years, she's poured her passion into food, releasing a cookbook and even her own line of spices. She's also been outspoken about the importance of balance, health, and finding joy in life's everyday routines, even when she's touring nonstop. In this first part of our conversation, Tiffany takes us back to those early days in the music industry, the challenges and the lessons she's carried forward. She candidly discusses these challenges of being a celebrity, social media exposure, and how she deals with the pressure of constantly having to be present. She opens up about these challenges, the effect it's taken, and what she's doing to restore wellness and zen to her life. Please enjoy part 1 of this interview. You'll hear Tiffany's honesty, humor, and her warmth shining through. It's a story of resilience, reinvention, and joy, and you're going to love it. I'm very excited to introduce today's guest, Tiffany.
Hello. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for
Happy
having
to
me.
have you.
Thank you.
And Tiffany, you burst into the music scene in the 1980s as a teen pop sensation with chart-topping hits, including I Think We're Alone Now and Could Have Been, my favorite.
Thank you.
You've had a career spanning more than 3 decades. You've sold over 15 million albums, and you're still performing.
Yes, all the time.
Yes. You're an entrepreneur, a cookbook author, and a lifestyle creator. You have a passion for food, you have a spice line, and now you've started Let Zen My Friend.
Yes.
Which is so exciting. And you do so many things and you're so busy, and I just can't wait to hear what you've been up to.
Well, thank you very much. I know I am very, very busy, and that's why we were chatting before we sat down about how busy I am. And, that's why I started Let Zen My Friend, really was to kind of gather my existing fan base, but meet new people. As I travel all over the world, I've had some health issues, getting a little older, had long COVID, still have long COVID, although I'm getting through it. But I noticed, you can't do it all, although I'm required to do it all. I'm an independent artist, so I do have a label, but the music industry has changed so much
Right.
that it's not the big oversee, that the label used to do. It really is hands on. And that requires my team, but it requires me to be the head of the team. So my hours just got
Wow.
extended more. Plus, I have my own home. I have 6.5 acres. I have a dog and a cat. I have a niece and a nephew and sisters and friends. And I think life just, as you get to our age, it's like you tend to put more on yourself, but you want to do it all.
Right.
You want to live. But that starts to be reality of there's only one of me. And you start to not have any time for yourself. So literally through COVID, I think like all of us, I made some adjustments.
Right.
I started to build the life that I really wanted. I thought, well, we really are starting from scratch now.
Yeah.
They kind of, in my opinion, like burned it all down. With some of us lost our business, some of us had to readjust our kids' futures from the schools to, moving back to downsizing to whatever it is, working from home. So why not take that opportunity to really evaluate my life and go, okay, what is it I want? And I knew musically what I wanted, and that's, thank God, always been a platform for me. But then what life did I want? I was going through a divorce. My son is, grown up. He's just turned 33.
Wow.
So there's no babies at home, which was different for me because you make those choices to stay home and only tour in the summer because you have a small child or you want to be present or what, all of that was off the table. And then living in a place that I love, Nashville, Tennessee, and having 6.5 acres and having this home that I was like, I don't spend any time at home though.
Right.
Even before COVID, I was like mad dash girl. I would just throw the bags in, take another bag and out the door. And again, loving what I do. But why am I doing it?
Right.
If I don't have a personal life, if I'm not here to spend time with friends and family. And I really saw that in COVID. I thought, oh, okay, I need to change this. So full circle now, I do bring a lot of people with me. I've grown my team.
Yes.
I'm working with people that I love, which kind of was always the case, but I've expanded. And then doing these Let Zen My Friend gatherings, we have our very first together in March in the UK, actually. And I'm really excited about these gatherings because I get to do exactly this.
Yep.
Talk about my life, talk about what's working, not working, and expose my fans and building this community one-on-one wherever we land, like we're going to be doing the Camden Club in the UK. And I'm bringing local people with small businesses, yoga teachers, Reiki healers, people who know meditation, life coaches, products, all the oils, all the crystals, all the things we need that I love so much that I use every day, to really talk about it so you understand what they can and cannot do for your life. Because I think a lot of people, we buy things on social media and we don't really know. We go, oh, that's pretty. Ooh, even me with crystals, I didn't know I was putting the wrong crystals by my bed. That create a lot of energy. Well, I don't need energy by my bedside. I'm already tripping anyway.
So what crystals do you like by your bed?
Well, I love amethyst by my bed now.
Oh, how convenient.
Isn't that convenient? But it also can give you energy.
Yes.
So for me, I've had to place it across the room from me, not right by my bedside. So this is things that I didn't know until I really had a minute in Palm Springs, actually. I was buying some crystals from my friend Lance Bass. You might know who he is from NC.
I may have heard of him.
And he's got two beautiful kids, boy and a girl. And I thought, gosh, what could Aunt T give them that they don't really already have? I mean, they've got the toys and they've got all of this. And I thought, I really want to give them something that is holistic in the holistic world. Something they're creative. They're going to be around so many creative people, of course, musicians, writers, actors, all of it. And I thought I'd love something that really kind of gives them a good platform for the arts, but also grounds them for their homework and just their
Right.
playtime and everything. So I thought, what if I bought them some really beautiful crystals to put into their room? Nobody would do that, right? I think that's a unique gift.
Yes.
So I did in one of my favorite stores is out in Palm Springs. So I went there and I had a chance to just sit with the owner. And I said, this is what I want. And I said, I want it to be creative, but also calming. Amethyst, amethyst, amethyst. And I bought these beautiful pieces. And they turned out to be great. So Aunt T has to keep on that vibe. Like I'm like finding teas now or anything oils that they can use now because their birthday is up and coming. But I'm like, yeah, I didn't know that I was placing them all around my home in the wrong way. I hadn't learned that much about. So this is what Let's Zen My Friend is about, is me learning. People are learning through me. I'm just exposing them on my socials, on Instagram mainly, and I have my website where I'll talk monthly about what I'm learning. People can ask me questions. We're going to Zoom and hang out just like this. But I'm definitely not a practitioner. I am learning it, but I think that's the beauty of it, that people feel like, oh, I can learn with Tiffany. Where's she taking me today? Are we going to be in Japan? Are we going to be in Palm Springs? And I just expose people to all different people as, from again, dealing with long COVID. I just had a major flare up before I came down here to Florida. And it just went, oh, what's this? I didn't do anything that really got me out of pocket. I didn't eat bad. I haven't had major stress, but I've had stress.
Of course.
Lots of scheduling, lots of going and going and going. And guess what? I forgot to turn it off. And that's what happened with my body. Like,
How do you stay grounded with all the things you do?
Well, again, and here's the funny thing is I'm finding that, my team that I'm putting together understand it. My existing team that may, and I'm even going to be honest, maybe some of my family, although they want to support,
Right.
they don't know this Tiffany. The Tiffany that says, no, I need a minute. No, I can't do that. No, I need to get up at 30 minutes before. I need to ground. No, I'm going to have to step away in the middle of the day.
Setting
and meditate.
boundaries.
Setting boundaries. People don't like it. I think that's going to be one of the first things that we talk about at my gathering, Let's Say My Friend gathering, is boundaries. We tend to feel really bad about setting them.
Right.
It's like, oh, I'm doing something wrong. And people make you feel bad. What's this? Well, you did it before. Well, this is just nonsense. Well, we have a time frame. We've got to be there. And I'm learning now to go, I guess I won't be able to do it then.
Oh, wow.
Which sounds to some people very unprofessional. Like, oh, you don't want a big career then. Oh, you don't want to be. But I do, but I realize if I don't do this, I won't be here to enjoy it. It really is that serious now. So in having these flare-ups, which just reminded me, oh, I've done too much. Okay, let me backtrack what I was doing the last couple of weeks. Well, it didn't look that stressful. Oh, but I never shut off my mind.
Right.
I mean, and I was constantly rushing around, accomplishing everything I needed to do, even in my social life.
Yeah.
But I never sat down for a minute. When I sat down, I was sleeping. And even then I was, restful. Because I was thinking, okay, now I got to get up at 6:30 and I got to do that and I got to go here and I got to da, 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 da. Well, no wonder why I'm all screwed up, So like I said, I'm still learning.
Yep.
I recently literally just sat down at my house and turned off my cell phone. My partner, he was like in my ear about stuff that was nothing wrong, that he was asking questions. 4 shows up and
Right.
coming. He's also my musical director. We work together, live together, we're everything together. So but I had to turn and say, I need 15 minutes. I
Good.
just need quiet.
Verbalizing what you
I'm
need.
sorry, I don't mean to
Yes.
be mean. I know you need answers right now, but I've decided that I'm taking this time
Yep.
and I'm shutting off the world. I'm just literally going to sit here in silence for a second. I need to undo everything here. I don't need to take in more. I need to let go. And I sat out there and just stared at trees and listened to the wind come through. And the whole time I'm thinking, I gotta do this. Oh, I hope it didn't hurt his feelings. I said it as nice as possible. Oh, well, he looked at me so strange, like, this is weird. What are you doing?
You're saying,
I've got
no,
to get
I
to
don't
my sister.
understand.
Oh, this, you know. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is hard.
We're going to pause for a break from our sponsor. You're listening to Energize and Revitalize with Dr. Amy. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Energize and Revitalize with Dr. Amy. I'm Dr. Amy Coopersmith, and my guest today is Tiffany. Before the break, we were talking about Tiffany's journey toward wellness and what she's learned about various modalities, including her favorite crystal, the amethyst. She shared the challenges of being a celebrity and living a busy lifestyle. She is learning to set boundaries and has developed Let's Zen My Friend to help herself and others on this journey.
Mm-hmm. So even Let's Zen My Friend gatherings, that's why the first 30 minutes we're going to do, if you don't want to be touched, it's fine. But I'd like a hand massage when you walk in, when you're checking in. Yep. They take at least a couple of minutes to give you some reflexology, some oils, so you're smelling right away, some tea that you're drinking. Go get your seat, sit, nice lit, dimly lit candles. Just take it down a notch. But a good 30 minutes, because if you're like me, I look like I'm present, but I'm not. I'm not in my body.
I understand that.
It takes a minute, right?
Yeah.
But we fake it a lot. We're like, yeah, we're fine. Oh, okay, I'm fine. Oh, not a problem. And I think there was such a sweet spot in COVID where everybody was like, I got this and I'm changing my life.
Yeah.
I'm working from home. And somehow now we've ramped it up even more.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. We've went back to our old habits. I think there's a lot of climate just that we find on social media that really gives us a lot of anxiety. It does for me all the time. You can really see a lot of fear on social media.
Yes.
And not that you shouldn't be cautious but you can't live in fear. I find myself going like this all day long, not just to mention my schedule, but, oh, what if, and what if this, and what if that, and oh, what if the airline shut down? What if I get stuck here? What if, and you're just like, oh, wow, put that down. That's not something you have control on. Take a deep breath. So, I do limit my time now on social media, and it's hard because as a celebrity, we're supposed to live more on social media.
That must be so difficult.
It really is.
Constantly be in the
really
public eye.
is. From, having to put on face all the time. Today I came with no makeup because, it's not just inside, but it is outside. And I've noticed some problems with my skin because of some of the rush diet, although I try to make better choices, a lot of processed food all around me. And I've noticed flare-ups with my skin, bumps and things and stuff. So I came with no makeup today to talk about that as well, because of, you've always put me back together. So I'm excited to be
so much fun
in Amy's presence today for sure. She is the full shop, everything from inside to outside. And it really does matter, because if you listen to your body, you see these signs.
Right.
Your face, it starts to look like it's not. A lot of that can be what's you're putting in here. A lot of it is mental. We can age ourselves so much by what we're thinking. And I'm guilty of that.
I think we're learning more now how much our mental health is important to our well-being.
Yes. Oh, definitely. I mean, I'm very, guilty of that. My mom had bipolar. She she self-medicated for a lot of years with alcohol. So I come from that background of alcoholics, a lot in the, the women's side of my family.
Mm.
So thank goodness now my sisters and I are choosing something different. But that doesn't mean that the behavioral patterns that we learned or how to deal with stress or what we thought, a lot of fear, didn't take hold, especially me, because I think I went through it more
Right.
because I was the oldest. And a lot of things had changed when my sisters were really coming up and coming with their teenage years. Thank God my mom was sober then, but she really battled with mental illness. She battled with chronic negativity, worry. The glass was always half empty rather than half full. A lot of fear. My whole life, when I go places, oh, I don't know if that's okay. Oh, I don't know. I worry about planes. Oh, and I didn't realize, but it was giving me seeds. I used to be like, Mom, I can't, and I would like literally sometimes hang up and go, Mom, I can't do this right now, and I did have boundaries, but now I'm on the other side and I find myself, all this stuff is pulling up.
Oh yeah, it affects us.
I'm like, where's that coming from? Oh no, not in a bad way, because I love my mom, but that's my mom. That's the way my mom thought. Where is this coming from? Why is this happening now? All this negativity or worry or stress. Well, I'm at a certain age. We did have COVID, which I think drop kicked everybody.
Absolutely.
And now we're trying to build back. But again, you have social media, which, is pretty negative a lot of times throughout the day. Worry. But again, me being a social figure, I'm now supposed to live out loud, show everything, be on camera, because it's all about your numbers. And you literally find that with partnering with people to put your records out to my Spice line. People go, well, what's your numbers? And I'm like, well, that means get on social media again and talk more about it and take pictures and put events together. Oh, we're back there. Okay. Not my favorite, to be honest with you. I think it could be a good thing, but it is stress in a different way, because a lot of times you think, I don't know if I'm ready right today to live out loud. I just had some bad news, or I'm feeling tired, or I don't feel like I want to get on social media and be all preachy about how perfect I am. When I just had an argument with my, boyfriend or fiance, and feels like the bottom's, falling out. It's very hard to go and then look at me. I find it disturbing myself. So those are the times that I'll go quiet, and then I have to like build it back up and go, okay. But the other side of that is it's a blessing to be here. Yes. It's a blessing to have that platform. It's a blessing to just be honest. There's nothing wrong with saying, I don't have it together. I think that's really what Let's Zen is about. Hey guys, we're going to do this together. I don't have it all together. I am human. I make mistakes. I'm learning. But what I'm seeing more importantly is that if I don't learn and put myself first and have balance and really take hold of this, chronic disease will make the choice for me. And then you don't have choices. And let's face it, I'm in my 50s, so I'm right there to where everything we do now and how we apply this next stage of our life is setting us up for our older years. I hate to say that, but yet we're here. So it's good to be here.
So much of this show is about healthy aging and what we can do to have as we go into these later years, to how we can enjoy ourselves and not become ill.
Right.
How can we age healthy?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I'm in your hands.
Yes. I'm so excited. So we first met during COVID.
Yes.
Everything was shut down, and you came to hang out with us in Flagler and put on an outdoor concert.
I did.
And it was so amazing. I saw that and I said to my friends, we have to go. And it's so important. And we talked about wellness and music and how it helped us to be together and less isolated. And it's so good that you did that.
Yes.
And I feel like it helped me because we were all scared during COVID and what's happening, and we're alone.
Yeah.
But that just allowed us to be with each other. And
It really did change my life. So, full story there. I was in Nashville. I had started my cooking club because so many of my family have passed away. So when this all happened, COVID, I was on the road. I had a huge tour plan coming off the New Kids off the on the block.
right.
And so 2020 was going to be my year.
Oh,
And I literally was just finishing up some of the smaller shows to get ready to regroup for a huge tour, which was global. And it takes a while to get that kind of notoriety back,
Yeah.
to get those sponsors back, to connect all the dots, to have the right agent, to all of it, the finances to do it. And it was there.
that's going to wrap up part 1 of our conversation. Tune in next week to hear the conclusion of our talk. In part 2, Tiffany shares how she turned the disappointment and disruption of COVID into new opportunities. We'll talk about her journey as a foodie, her upcoming cookbook release, and her creative spice blends. Discover what wellness means to her on the road and her upcoming tour schedule. Thanks to our listeners for tuning in to Energize and Revitalize with Dr. Amy. If there are topics you would like to hear about, please send an email to radiantpodcast2025@gmail.com. Check out past episodes on Amethyst Wellness YouTube. And we are now featured on Apple Podcasts and all your favorite platforms. Please subscribe and leave a 5-star review with a quick comment. It really helps others find us just like you. I'll be back next Saturday morning at 7:30. Until then, stay healthy and here's to your best life.